Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel. We offer a huge variety of natural thin veneer stone and custom cut stone. We can help you plan the job, rent the tools, and deliver it all. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the best place to buy natural stone products is at Lippincott Supply, downtown Mount Holly, since 1901.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel. We also offer a huge variety of natural thin veneer stone and custom cut stone. We can help you plan the job, rent the tools, and deliver it all. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the best place to buy natural stone products is at Lippincott Supply, downtown Mount Holly, since 1901.
Hello, folks, and welcome to a brisk but beautiful evening here at Edward Steinmetz Field at Burlington Township High School. My name is Steven Anderson of the South Jersey Sports Talk Network, and to my right, I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Sam Jenkins. Sam, the stage is set here for the 3-1 Red Devils to take on the 2-2 Falcons. What are you most excited to see here tonight?
Well, I'm excited to see that these two close, these schools are about, 6 miles apart. These two close rivals getting together, and the records mean something, but games like this, they mean a little bit less. I mean, you have a lot of family ties here, go throughout the ages. You're going to have coaches going from one team to the other, players going back and forth. So all that stuff is going to be factored in. We're going to have a little bit of open plays, a couple reverses, a couple big plays, and we're going to see who can dominate the time. So it's going to be really interesting to watch.
Heightens things just a little bit, and we were saying before the game, you could practically walk left from RV's field. Don't stop, and you will make it to Burlington Township's field, Edward Steinmetz Field to be specific. Really just excited to see what's going to take place here tonight. Both teams now at the center field line doing the coin toss with the head official. Looks as if RV has elected to defer to the second half, and right now they're asking Burlington Township what they would like to do.
Yes, I have seen a team, after one team deferred, elect to kick. So the other team gets the ball at the beginning of the game and at halftime. That has happened.
A little bit of a head scratcher, but sometimes you might catch the coach off guard when the opposing team elects to defer. But maybe sometimes it's a strategy as well.
Yeah, the officials normally stop it, but I have seen it happen.
Now they're going to handshake and go their separate ways. Really excited for this matchup that's about to take place. We have RV wearing the white jerseys and red pants. Burlington Township sporting the all-black uniforms and gold helmets. One of them old-style fields here, all grass. Pylons, rather the goalposts themselves look like they've been here for ages. But I love that. It provides that good energy, that good feel. It's a football night.
The big crown, if we were down there, you'd see it's a huge crown on the field, and you can take the corner, get downhill, and it should be exciting. A lot of mud and dirt on the uniforms. This is football, baby.
Teams taking the field now. RV going to send it away. Doing the honors for RV, number 49, Jamison Hollander. Typically has a pretty good boot, has the ability to send it down the field to that back line. If he so chooses, that back line consisting of number 24, Yeter Tapia. And having trouble getting a number on the other gentleman back there. Do my best to do that in the near future. But Sam, tell me if I'm wrong. You always got to be alert if you're in that second and first line. Keep your hands up because anything can happen, especially on the first kickoff of the game.
That's right. You're not covering over the center. They can squib it, find an empty spot just like that. Balls hit the ground.
Hollander electing to hit that second line. Number 41 for the Falcons, David Schley bringing it in. decent return for Schley, and Burlington Township will start right around the 37-yard line with a 1st and 10.
Now we're looking to see if Rancocas Valley is going to put some pressure on them, or they're going to sit back in the shell coverage, or who's going to dictate the game? Are they going to play on the Burlington Township side of the line, or Burlington Township going to open up and throw it downfield? It's all kind of opportunities here.
No doubt about it. Baron Davis leading the way for the Falcons, has 2 touchdowns through the air and 1 rushing touchdown. He'll look to get things going tonight for the men in black. No pun intended there. Not much going on the carry there for number 28. His first carry of the night, that's Naquan Jones.
So, yeah, you have 2 different approaches here now. Burlington Township has 1 ball carrier pretty much dominating the carries, and Rancocas Valley, they kind of like spread it out a little bit. So it should be an interesting mix.
The best of both worlds. We'll see which world prevails tonight. 2nd and 8. Offset back to the left of Baron Davis. Baron Davis gives it off to his running back right up the middle, and again, not much going. Red Devils defensive line playing stingy ball right now, going to call for a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, they're playing standard defense, but they're reacting to the run right away. They know that Naquan Jones is the big time ball carrier for them. They're going to focus on him. They're going to make another player beat them.
Sometimes it pays to just stay to the basics. You don't need to overcomplicate things if you're getting the job done, and right now RV doing that all across the board. Baron Davis now with a back offset to his right. Can Baron Davis get the 1st down? Scrambles to his right, has a blocker in front of him. Let one go. Looked like a good ball, but was unable to find the hands of his receiver. That was number 81 on the attempt, Nasir Harris.
I'll tell you what, Aaron Walford did a great job. He got in the trail position. He switched to the outside because he was about to run the route for him. You watch at the bottom of the screen. He sits there. He gets in the trail position right here. He sees that he runs the route for the receiver, and he's in between the quarterback and the receiver. That's a great job.
I always say this with quarterbacks. You like to see them keeping their eyes downfield. He had a lot of room there to run, but he didn't tuck it. He kept his eyes down, surveyed, found the receiver, just unlucky on the outcome. Burlington Township lining up to punt, and they let one go. Good punt there from the leg of Caden Velvick. And that was Jace Diter on the return, electing to just let that one roll and let it settle.
Yeah, Diter, who I'm going to pronounce his name correctly, Diter has a second job. If you're not going to catch the punt, he needs to get his players away from the ball. He needs to call fire or whatever it is to get his players away, because you have an errant bounce and you only give a cheap turnover. So you catch it first as a punt returner. If not, you get your players away, get your team set up for the next set of downs.
That punt pretty much equivalent to a good old-fashioned touchback, because the ball is at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Red Devils will do their first offensive play of the game. Let's see what they have cooked up. 2 receivers split to the bottom of the screen. Burr gets the snap. Screen pass to Diter. Diter dragged down after a gain of about 2. That was number 34 for the Falcons on the tackle, Dominic Carter.
Dominic Carter has 28 tackles so far this year, and he does a good job of tackling in the open field. I mean, you see how he's able to rack those numbers up. That play was designed to have a miss on a one-on-one open field situation, but he did a great job of bringing him down.
One easy way to gain the trust of your defensive coordinator is to make plays in the open field, because that's one of the toughest things to do at any level, and he just did it right there, shown he can do it all year. RV now going with 2 receivers to the opposite side of the field, and Burr looking in that direction. Burr gets the snap, hands it off this time. Had room up the middle to run, did Jeremiah Paula, but tripping up over a Falcon defender, only gained about 3 yards on the carry. Now a 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Red Devils.
I mean, essentially, though, it was just an I formation. They had the quarterback in the shotgun, but they had a fullback and a tailback, and they just ran the ISO right. He just lost his footing. If he could have that back, I'm sure he'd run through those tires one extra time in practice and get downfield and get the first down.
In the huddle right now are the Red Devils. Burr giving the play to his teammates. Diter to one side of the field, Jameer Rollins to the other, in an I formation this time, Sam, like you just alluded to. I believe that's Malachi Castle at fullback, who they give the ball up, and Malachi Castle has room to run. Malachi Castle with one man to beat, pushes him down to the ground, and that man doing his best to stop the train that was rumbling in his direction. Malachi Castle with a fantastic carry there, his first of the night.
That's right. You're going to see here it's going to be a quick hitting trap. The guard pulls, traps right, hits right behind him. Those plays, you know, you catch the defensive lineman coming up field. I'll tell you what, if Kadir Linson had another chance to block downfield, he might still be running.
Getting right back on the ball is the Red Devils back in that I formation. Will they go to Castle again? They elect to do that. Castle, not as much room to run up the middle, but he still makes good on that carry, gains about 6. And I just want to say one thing as a former fullback, and we've talked about this, Sam, it's nice to see Castle finally starting to find that mesh point on the trap, because earlier in the year they were butting heads, him and Burr, just connecting too quickly. But I believe that was because Castle was lined too close to the quarterback, now lining back a bit further, and it's paying dividends for him.
Absolutely. You took the words out of my mouth, and he's running downhill. His shoulders are downhill. He's bringing all that weight, size, and strength with him.
Second down. Not many more yards to go for the first, and I believe they just picked it up there on the carry from Jeremiah Paula.
That was a nice power. There's just off tackle. I'll tell you right now, everybody on the Rancocas Valley's offense says, Coach, run the ball. Coach, run the ball. They don't want to throw anything now. They have a couple running plays working. They want to keep it up.
Moving guys on and off the field right now are the Red Devils, but they certainly have the Falcons defense on their heels. Can they finish on this drive, turn it into points? Burr evaluating the field, but slowly approaching the center to line up in the eye. Burr down very low, dropping back. Jameer Rollins on the quick pass, has blockers ahead. Jameer Rollins, like a gazelle, lancing for that first down. Chains moving once again for the Red Devils.
Now, it was a pass, but that's a safe play. I've seen him practice it over and over again. I've seen him run it in multiple games, so it's not as dangerous as you would think. And Burlington Township is playing without a deep free safety, so they're running a risk right now. They're bringing an extra guy on the box to try and stop the run, so you just let them come upfield, run a screen right behind them.
Lull them in, and then eventually you'll be able to get over the top.
Oh, it's going to come.
1st and 10. And I love the fact that you alluded to a safe play on there. The high percentage plays there, it just basically equals a run. 1st and 10, man in motion. That's Dieter. Dieter on the jet sweep. They did not give it off. Burr elected to keep it. Burr doing his best to gain about 7, finally being dragged out of bounds by a couple Falcons.
Yeah, Burr had his eyes on the defensive end right there as he's holding the ball out for the jet sweep. That end expands out wide. He keeps the ball and tries to tuck right up inside him.
Second and 3. In the huddle now are the Red Devils. Some big boys on that Burlington Township defensive line. I'm kind of shocked that they're being pushed around, for lack of a better term, right now, but they certainly have the ability to change that narrative. 2nd and 3. Burr under center. Gave it off to the right side. Good old-fashioned counter move there. 23, Nicholas Lingle with his first carry of the night.
Yeah, you want to break a tendency there. You have the fullback go one way. His counter dive. He goes back the other way. Linebackers take at least one false step, and you have angles on them. You're able to get downhill, get a nice gain.
Called a counter for a reason too, Sam. Just like in boxing, where you have a guy going one way, you're training him to see one thing, and then you come across with that counter and you hit him with a serious blow, and that's what RV tried to do right there. 1st and goal. Can RV score some points? RV with the trap, handoff right up the middle to Malachi Castle, and call it a touchdown for Mr. Castle.
You called it. Sometimes you just go back to basics and you say, hey, let's give it to our big fullback. He's running with the downhill motion. His mesh point is better. The line's getting some movement. Just run it straight ahead. Watch right here.
Yeah, that replay will tell it all right there. Just pure will from Castle, using his size, his momentum to his favor, crossing that goal line, and now RV lined up in that muddle huddle they like to go to here on the point after, sending Dieter in motion, electing to go for the 2, and as soon as I say that, a flag flies from the far official. Let's see what the call is. I believe that's going to be an illegal formation on RV. Moves them back 5 yards, I think, Sam?
Yeah, all they need to do is have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, and they have to run the ball if one of the outside guys covers a receiver. So now I guess they're gonna go back to kicking it.
And as I said, we've seen them go to that a few times earlier on in the year, so they have that pretty practiced. I wonder if that might have been an official thing where they're not used to seeing that and it kind of threw them off.
Well, you tell the officials before the game. You say, hey, these are our weird formations. These are our weird plays. I want to let you know this is coming up, so they're not shocked. So you should prep them before the game that's coming up.
Jamison Hollander sends the point after attempt through the upright. 7-0 now, RV. As I say that, going to give you a couple scores from across South Jersey. In the second quarter, Mainland was up 13-7 on Hamilton. Holy Spirit was up 14-0 on St. Augustine. Atlantic City up 14-0 over Deptford. And Lower Cape May up 21-6 over Wildwood. We'll have some other scores coming your way throughout the game as well. Some more local Burlington Township action, or rather Burlington County action. They got me, Sam. I'm at Burlington Township, so that's where my mind was at.
There you go.
But I meant to say Burlington County.
Well, speaking of Burlington Township, they're going to have to answer now. They don't need a necessarily big play, but they're going to have to put together a sustained drive here, take some time off the clock, establish what they want to do, set up the plays for the second quarter and the second half. This is their time to do it.
Jamison Hollander now lining up to send his second kickoff away. If you're just joining us, RV elected to defer after they won the coin toss. They sent it away to Burlington Township. Burlington Township was pretty much stymied on offense, sent the ball to RV, and RV went down on a drive for their opening touchdown, and the score is now 7-0. Hollander looks right and left and kicks the ball, this time sending it to that back line. Number 24, Yeter Tapia, hauled it in, and Tapia was brought down with some serious force by Devin Duana, the sophomore for the Red Devils.
I tell you what, it's like the canary in the coal mine. There are some indicators that tell you how the game's going and how momentum's going. And special teams is one of them. You have that coverage team running down there with wild abandon like that and making plays. It riles everybody up and gets the team going. Now they have to keep this emotion going and make sure they focus on their assignments. It's time for Township to open up their offense a little bit and test Rancocas Valley secondary.
Exactly right. If you're Burlington Township right now, all you can do is take it one play at a time, keep your head down, and do your assignment. That's the only thing that's going to get you on the board with 5:11 left in the first quarter. 1st and 10. Baron Davis under center, toss right. His running back looking for some room, but RV doing a great job of scraping the line. That was number 28, Naquan Jones, on the toss reception.
I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of room there, but he was able to make a cut and gain a few yards. Now, if I'm Rancocas Valley, if I'm one of their coaches, I'm talking to the players. He's carrying that ball with one arm, even in traffic. So I'm saying, hey, first man make the tackle, second man get in there trying to strip it out. They should look for a turnover here.
Yeah, first man I think of when it comes to ball protection is Tiki Barber. Tiki Barber put such an emphasis on protecting the ball during his career. And as a carrier of the ball myself, I kind of looked up to him. That should be something they're enforcing on the sideline for Burlington Township. Breaking some tackles along that sideline is number 20, DeAndre Simmons, catching a screen pass and making the most out of not much.
Yeah, DeAndre Simmons, over the course of the season, has 5 receptions, 149 yards in receptions. Watch this pass. This all starts with the quarterback stepping through, firing a deliverable ball. He makes a move. He's able to jump outside and make a great play.
You know what that 5 receptions for 149 shows me too? Is that on such a little amount of catches that he can make something happen after. Because that's a lot of yards for 5 catches.
That's right. He seems to be a big play player. And after that move I saw him make, he might be.
Davis receives the snap, hands it off to his running back. Breaking a tackle was DeAndre Simmons, getting the ball right. Oh, excuse me, not DeAndre Simmons. That was number 28, Naquan Jones.
Naquan, he did a good job of breaking the tackles. I mean, his feet kept driving, and he runs a little bit high on that play. But you know what? If you're going to break the tackles, that's fine. RV needs to wrap up and bring him down after the first hit.
Thought they were going right back to their playmaker there. Sorry to interrupt you, Sam. DeAndre Simmons, but also Naquan Jones right now doing a great job getting north to south. That's all he needs to do as a running back, get downfield. 3 receivers to the top of the screen for Township. Odd look there. Naquan Jones carried it up the middle. Looked as if he might be able to break the tackle, but unable to do so. I believe that was Dieter there first on the contact, Jace Dieter.
I'll tell you what, that was a great individual tackle by Chris Jones Jr., who has 36 tackles on the season. I tell you what, the left side of Township's offensive line actually had great push on RV's defensive line. That was just an individual effort to stop that play.
3rd and about 4. Davis gets the snap. Finds DeAndre Simmons for another first down. DeAndre Simmons, sensational job right now of moving the chains.
I'll tell you what, they're delivering catchable balls that you cannot make a play with by a secondary personnel. That has to be disrupted by a linebacker or some kind of underneath coverage. All you can do is make the tackle. You look right here, he gets on his back, the linebackers step up, and they're not reading the O-line. The O-line's popping up in pass protection. That means you turn and you drop.
New set of downs for the Falcons. Is this the momentum that they needed to try to get on the board and tie things up against the Red Devils? Man in motion, that is Simmons. Simmons, they fake the jet sweep to Simmons, and I believe a handoff right up the middle to Naquan Jones, who just keeps rumbling. Naquan Jones slowly becoming a problem for the defense of Rancocas Valley.
I'll tell you what, that timing was impeccable on the jet sweep. He got right past the QB, and the exchange was right afterwards. Look, you don't know if he has the ball. We have 2 linebackers flowing right. He goes right behind them and gets upfield. Then he finishes the play driving forward.
Falcons break the huddle, 2nd and 2. Electing to stay under center right now is Baron Davis. Naquan Jones lined up single back. Simmons once again in motion. And this time plunging right up the middle is Baron Davis, but being dragged back. Number 55 on the Red Devils defense, Zachary Boland, doing a great job of just dragging him back, almost like a fish onto a boat.
Yeah, it's good to see him back. I believe he had an injury a few weeks ago, and he's able to get back in the game and play the sport he loves.
1:53 left in the first quarter. Feels like time has flown so far in this game.
Yeah, this is the time. You have a new set of downs. You're in positive yardage territory. It's time for a play action, or just take a peek at the end zone and see what you can do.
1st and 10. Naquan Jones lined up to the right of Baron Davis. Hand off to Jones. Jones getting to that second level and making it extremely tough for RV defenders to bring him down to the ground. It's not going to get any easier, Sam.
No,
it's only's going to wear on them as the night goes on.
Sorry about that. It's the left side of the line again. They run a counter here. Watch the right guard. Pull, log right there. The wing kicks out. He gets upfield. And he's not going down with one person. He's dragging people along with him. Young man can run.
Little note, RV 3-2 over the last 5 meetings that these two teams have had, this being their first meeting since 2020. So fairly fresh eyes for both of these teams, not seeing year to year. That could certainly create some familiarity.
Yeah, that was a great job. They spread them out right there, ran inside, but I'm tell you what, the number 3 receiver for Township was uncovered. They can have a quick hitter for 5 yards, and one missed tackle is able to take it in. Look for them to come back to that formation.
I will look for that indeed, Sam. For 2nd and 7.
There it is.
Burlington Township can smell that end zone right now as the first quarter comes to a close. 18 seconds and rolling. Handoff up the middle. Naquan Jones continuing to carry the rock for the Falcons, and that should do it for the first quarter. Your score right now, RV 7, Burlington Township nothing. We'll flip the field, and we'll start the second quarter in just a matter of moments.
Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel. We also offer a huge variety of natural thin veneer stone and custom cut stone. We can help you plan the job, rent the tools, and deliver it all. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the best place to buy natural stone products is at Lippincott Supply, downtown Mount Holly, since 1901.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
Out of the break and back to the game. Sam, interesting first quarter there, back and forth. I know Burlington Township didn't have so much success on their first offensive drive, but on this second one that they're having right now, things are going much better for them, and RV obviously on the board with a touchdown of their own.
Yeah, we talked about it. Burlington Township had to fill out RV and adjust their play calling based on the defensive scheme, and it looks like they have that long drive that we said they needed, because not just to score, but you want to establish yourself for later in the game, and they have done a great job of it.
Naquan Jones has been the primary ball carrier for the Falcons right now, and he's lined up in a Wildcat look. First time we've seen that tonight. Jones to the far side of the field following his blockers. Not the result I believe Burlington Township was looking for there, because they are faced right now with a 4th down, and I believe they might have actually lost a yard on that carry.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they went to the right. There's so much success on the offensive left that they ran the Wildcat to the right, and they were able to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And personally, I'm not sure about that call, just because you've had things going, at least right now, with Baron Davis in the gun with an offset back to one of his sides, or under center and just giving it off to Naquan Jones. I don't know why to start the quarter when you have momentum, you go with a look that you haven't gone with all night.
Right.
Nonetheless, 4th down here, and Burlington Township is going to go for it. They're sending men all around the field. Baron Davis in the gun. One more man in motion, and he gets the snap. Rolls to his right, has Dieter on his back, but lets one go to the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown Falcons on an unbelievable catch by number 81, Nasir Harris. Welcome to the game, Nasir Harris.
I'll tell you what, they tried to have different sets, different motions to mix up the coverage, try and get a little pick back there. He rolled out. It takes some courage to call this play. Still, with that short field, the defense had a chance to make it, but you know what? It's not even a 50-50 ball. It's more of a 70-30 ball when the offensive player knows where he's going and to go up and get it. So what a courageous call.
Hats off to Harris right there. That was a big boy catch. And right now, a big boy game, because it's going to be tied up if this kick goes through the uprights. Bit of confusion right now. I don't know why there's a stoppage, but Kristen Bird is lined up to send this one through the sticks. What a play. That was an unbelievable grab.
It was a nice job grabbing at the high point. Keep your eye on the ball. The defender maybe kind of lost a little bit because he has his back turned a little bit too long. Because if you're in the open field, yeah, you keep your back turned, you have to catch up to the receiver. If you know you're inside the red zone and you can only go so far to the back of the end zone, you can turn your head a little faster because you have less field to cover.
Finally, things seem to be good to go here. Kristen Bird awaiting the snap. Snap. The hold was late, and the kick will not go through the uprights. Not what you want to see there if you're a Falcons fan. 7-6, down by 1 point are the Falcons. Red Devils. A prayer for them, to say the least.
And we'll see how important that becomes. I mean, I guess I can guess what's going to happen if they score another touchdown. It's going to be a 2-point play right there.
While we have a brief moment, let's go to a word from our trusted sponsor. Miller Ford and Rancocas Valley High School have been synonymous with Mount Holly for decades. The dealership has been part of the community since 1912. Miller offers full, state-of-the-art service at their Ford, Lincoln, and Subaru dealerships side by side on Route 38. There is a huge inventory and a great staff to help customers find the vehicle that is just right for them and at the best price available. Miller Ford and Subaru, Route 38 in Mount Holly, online at millerford.com and millersubaru.com. Back to the game, Sam. That was an electric play. One of my favorites that I've seen throughout the season thus far. Got some score updates before this ball is kicked. Hamilton and Mainland in a tight one, third quarter. Hamilton up by 1 point, a score of 14-13 there. we'll keep them coming to you as we get them. Some other games taking place across South Jersey. We have Morristown at Oakcrest, 4-0 versus 3-1 there. Holy Spirit, 3-1, taking on St. Augustine. Williamstown taking on Washington Township. And finally, Hamilton facing off against Mainland, another matchup of a 4-0 versus 3-1. Ball is taken in, has some room to run, making one more tackler miss, but finally being brought down to the ground is Sean Fitzpatrick. First time we've heard from Mr. Fitzpatrick tonight. Flags are down.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a holding back around the 20-25. If you're a Township fan, you're looking for them to have a stop here, maybe put together a big drive and try and get the lead before halftime. And RV, I mean, they have the same opportunity. They can drive down the field. Don't change too much. Don't do too many things different. What they can do is take a shot downfield if they continue to line up without a free safety.
Yeah, there's certainly no reason to change things wildly right now. It's such a tight game. Everything, for the most part, that these two teams are doing is working. They just need to do it better to get more of the result they're looking for.
Yeah, this should be a running play because they extended the outside back or outside the box. They only have 6 to block. They have the advantage right here if inside.
Burr keeps it.
There you go.
Burr with a very nice block by his lineman, number 74 there. Have to give a shout out to number 74, Chris Hughey, with a very nice block leading Burr. However, flags did fly.
Yeah, they had a holding
call. It was
a
hold.
Yeah. But they have the numbers. I mean, you can see it from up here when they're lined up. They just spread you out. They don't have 6 in the box. You can run, take advantage of it. Can't hold.
Well, that'll call for a 1st and 20. So certainly not a situation that RV would like to find themselves in, deep in the defensive territory of Burlington Township. Now, if you're Burlington Township, your ears are perked up because you have them on the ropes. You make a big play right here, it could turn the entire game.
Right, and Rancocas Valley does not want to make the mistake of trying to get all 20 yards back. They've been gashing them the last drive there on the field. They can get 6, 7 at a time. They have a chance to get the first.
Burr evaluating, gets the snap. Pump fake. Finally lets one go to the opposite side of the field to Jameer Rollins, who was open by an inch, but Jameer Rollins unable to haul that one in. Not something you typically see from Rollins, who's a sure-handed receiver.
No, they pumped fake to the right, as you see right here, and then he came back, and the route ended up being only about a 6-yard route because he threw it the width of the field. I mean, from the far hash mark all the way to the sideline. Even if the ball was caught, the defense had time to react and make a play. So that's not a bad play to the short side of the field, but it's a long pass going across the field over there.
Talk about long. We got a long way to go for an RV first down. It's 2nd and 20. See what Burr has in his back pocket here. Snap is given to Burr. Burr looks and fires over the head of his intended receiver, number 8, Kadir Linson. Just too high for Linson to go up. Really kind of too high for anybody in a high school level to go up and get that one.
I'll tell you what, yeah, but they kind of dug themselves in a hole here because they threw on first down and it was incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 20, now 3rd and 20. I would have liked to see them maybe run and get closer to a 10-yard, 3rd and 10, 2nd and 10, and you open up the playbook more. But now you kind of limit yourself, and now everybody knows it's going to be a slip screen, or they may just give up and have a dive just to get a better field position. But you dig yourself a hole when you throw that on early downs like that.
Very well put, Sam. Let's see what RV can pull out of their hat right now. Coach Garrett Lucas and company looking to move the chains, but will they be able to? Burr looking to the top of the screen, now electing to take off. Burr tucked the ball, has a long way to go, and is not going to get there by any stretch of the imagination. 4th down, and RV sending the punt team onto the field.
That's a great play on 1st and 2nd down because it would have been, 2nd and 3rd and 10. You have more plays to call. But, they just wanted to get themselves upfield a little bit. This was a design run all the way. He looked downfield, but he was not passing that.
Yeah, you got to think in the huddle, Burr, knowing the situation where the sticks are, if he doesn't find a receiver immediately, he's going to tuck and run just to get some yards, get them out of their own territory a little bit. And now Burr, also the punter for the Red Devils, awaiting the long snap. One man deep to receive the punt for Burlington Township. Burr gets the snap, rolling to his right, and he's going to keep it. It's a fake punt. Can Burr get the sticks? Burr does indeed, and he crosses the 50. Burr to the 45 and falling with some force, but getting the first down for RV, exactly what they needed.
This might be the epitome of Monday morning quarterbacking, but I was just about to say there was not a long time ago where you could not trust Rancocas Valley to punt the ball because they had so many fake punts, and they did it. So that's a scouting thing, all right? They saw on film that in that position on the field, Township lines up in a defense where you can run that fake punt. That's the coach's call right there. +1 for the coaches.
Exposing those gunners on the defense, they bailed, and Burr got right in there.
You kind of knew something was up when they had all that confusion. They were lining up differently, so good job.
Diter this time back at quarterback. Something we talked about before the game. Diter, they'll throw him in there every now and then just to change things up, keep the defense on their heels. Diter carrying it up the middle for about 3. We'll call it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, the young man's a tough player. He's kind of a game changer. He's a different pace. He gives a little more excitement. Doesn't have the different set of skills than Burr, but it's a plus either way. They have a package for him that they can run, and he does it well.
Looks like they actually only gave him 2 yards on the carry, so call it 2nd and 8. Diter back at quarterback again. Offset back is Jeremiah Paula, and flags fly. Going to be a false start on the offense, sends RV back 5 yards. What do you think about that one, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, the idea was good to draw them off defense because Township is riled up and they want to make a play, but you got to hold your water here, man. You know the count. You got to stay in there.
Approaching the middle point of the second quarter with 8:08 left on the clock. My name is Steven Anderson. Sam Jenkins to my right. Sam?
Steven, I'll tell you what. They don't need to do anything different. Spread them out and run upside, or in this particular set, they can run a counter. Because they're tightening back in. They're going to bring another guy inside the box.
Yeah, they got Malachi Castle lined up at wingback, staying in to block as Diter drops back to pass. Diter lets one rip, has a man deep, but Diter intercepted by the deeper safety. Very impressive play once again by a Falcon to track the ball. This time number 12 coming up with the interception.
Jordan Barclay. I'll tell you what, they ran this slip screen before, and again, now Township did a great job of scouting, and the safety was back there and was able to make a play on the ball.
Quite a play by Barclay.
Sorry about that. The wideout did a good job of trying to disrupt it, but you got to try and knock that down. Even if you have offensive pass interference, you can knock them down. But it was a good defense, good read.
Now a display of high pointing the ball on offense and defense for these Burlington Township Falcons back on offense. 1st and 10. Handing the ball off is Baron Davis and being shoved back as his running back. Have to believe that's Naquan Jones, but tough to see from my vantage point. Looks as if there's a man down on the field. Look to see if the officials blow their whistle. I believe they have. That's number 10, Prince Williams, down on the field for RV. Prayers up to Prince Williams.
Yeah, he's a big-time tackler. In the first 4 games, he accumulated 25 tackles already, so they're going to need him if he's able to come back.
We'll go to a brief break, but folks, don't go anywhere. As soon as Prince Williams is helped up off the field, we'll be back with action between RV and Burlington Township.
Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel. We also offer a huge variety of natural thin veneer stone and custom cut stone. We can help you plan the job, rent the tools, and deliver it all. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the best place to buy natural stone products is at Lippincott Supply, downtown Mount Holly, since 1901.
Prince Williams was helped up off the field by the athletic training staff. Great to see Williams able to get up off the field. Hopefully he's able to make his way back into this one. But 2nd and 9 for the Falcons. Trap. Baron Davis really selling that fake toss. But again, not much happening up the middle again 2 plays in a row for Burlington Township.
Yeah, RV's consistently making good plays individually. Now, if I'm Township, I'm running a counter back to their offensive left on this coming towards the camera right now, and they may be able to get a couple yards, but they keep going inside and running the traps and getting 2 or 3 yards here. They need to bring it back this way.
Bit of a miscommunication between the gentleman operating the sticks on the field and us up here, because he had 4th down, and I was confused for a second. I thought we might have missed one, but it is 3rd down indeed, 3rd and 5. Let's see if they're able to convert here or if they'll have to send the punt team on for the Falcons. Baron Davis drops back. No one to protect him and just sends it sailing over the head of his intended receiver. That was the man who hauled in the touchdown grab, Nasir Harris.
Yeah, so many things can go wrong. I mean, from a defensive perspective, you can say they can have an incomplete pass, you can have interception, you can have a sack on the pass play. Offensively, only one thing can go right. You have a reception and gain some yards after that. So advantage defense on high-pressure situations like that.
Burlington Township going to punt the ball. Just awaiting the long snap is number 6, Carlton Carter. Nearly over the head of Carter, but doing a great job of hauling it in. Sends it high and spiraling. And that ball going to roll towards the Burlington Township sideline. Finally touchdown by number 36, Jaden Mora. Time for another Red Devils offensive drive.
Yeah, they got to take advantage of this. Now, if they didn't throw that deep one earlier, I would throw it right now. But now they have 6 minutes left in the half. You want to get a score here and leave very few minutes left on the clock. So they need to get back to their inside running game, spread them out. And they can come back to the slip screens, because even though they had a pass off of the slip screen,
I'll be shocked if they don't go back to that, because I think you're exactly right. Jameer had the open alley there.
Yep.
Just bit of a fumble on the catch. Not something you typically see from Rollins. Malachi Castle lined up at fullback in the eye. Handoff and a fumble. Hauled in by number 65 of the defensive line for Burlington Township. The big man, Jeremiah Floyd, making his presence felt with the fumble recovery. The exact opposite of what you need there if you're RV.
Self-inflicted wounds. All right, he has elbow up. He started to clamp down before the ball was inside. As a former running back, you got to feel the ball inside your belly before you clamp down.
Tom Madaria and company certainly happy about that. Now we got to see if Burlington Township can make something happen quickly, or if they're going to look to milk some clock here, as you alluded to, for RV, Sam.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in the last 6 or 7 minutes of the second quarter. It's going to be tough to overcome that.
Flags fly. False start against the offense. Sends them back 5 yards. Right now, really couldn't say the momentum is going one way or another. Obviously leaning slightly in Burlington Township's favor just because of the recent turnover they got.
All right.
But otherwise, this game is really tight all across the board.
That's right. RB's defense has been stout, but Township has found a way. All you need is one play to get into the end zone, so they don't have to win every single down, just when it counts.
Davis gets the snap. Slip screen right, hauling it in. But after that, dragged right down to the ground. One of the men on the scene there for RV was number 99, Malachi Hamberry.
You wanna see how to read a screen right here. Watch the invert player. He reacts immediately. He's following the receiver inside. He's like, this is not going to happen today. That is a great reaction.
One of the most effective plays for an offense is the slip screen if they're able to hit it right. But right there, as you pointed out, Sam, the defender did a fantastic job of just staying honest, seeing what was in front of him, and approaching the man who was doing the screen, because he wasn't going to be fooled.
Just that flash of color, will throw off the timing, have you do something that you don't typically do.
Davis looked as if he was going to pass, but with the draw handoff there to his running back, trusty old Naquan Jones nearly enough for a first down there.
Yeah, I mean he's the one that totes the mail. He's the big time running back right here. They did a great job of making it look like pass. They waited just long enough. Even though the line fired out, you give that young man some open field, he's going to get you your yardage. Now they're in a makeable down and distance. So they did a good job of managing their play callings. They have a much more open playbook now.
I love the fact that you said he totes the mail, Sam, because he certainly does, but he does not deliver with care because Naquan Jones is fearless running through that hole, and he's certainly looking to deliver some punishment to his tacklers. 3rd and 2. Baron Davis nearly drawing the defensive line for RV off sides, but they're able to hold their water. Naquan Jones fighting for a first down. I don't believe he got it.
Now, he was hit behind the line of scrimmage, and I think he got past the first down mark. I'm looking at the far linesman over there because we're at an angle here. So I think they're going to get to the first, yeah.
I was just going to allude to that. It's so funny how just one step to the right can really change perspective, but I am wrong, and they are right. First down for Naquan Jones, and they're going to keep the chains moving. 4 minutes exactly left in the second quarter.
Whatever order they call it, he gets the ball 2 times, and you want to play action off of that, whichever order comes first. But you have the defense focusing on him, you can hit right behind him.
Baron Davis drops back, launches one deep, nearly intercepted by Sean Fitzpatrick, but then also nearly hauled in by the receiver. Very weird play there. 24, Yeter Tapia. Look at the replay there, Sam.
Yeah, he did a good job of losing ground right there, staying in phase with the receiver and looking back. Even though there's no face guarding in high school, he could have looked at the receiver. He did a great job of trying to knock the ball down at the high point. Good pass, good route, good defense, good play.
Both guys truly had an opportunity to catch the ball there. Not something you see on every play. Baron Davis handing it off. Naquan Jones with a very nice move in the backfield to make a man miss. And Naquan Jones is not going to go down. He'll be pushed out of bounds. Naquan Jones really starting to build his own momentum in this ball game. And it's still the first half.
And where is he running again? The offensive left. All right, keep trying. We see it up here, and I guess they're starting to figure it out. Even though they had a penalty on that play, that's where they're going to get their bread and butter right now.
That's a blow that if you're Burlington Township, you can just not afford that right now. You're at home, it's senior night, you're playing a team that has a better record than you, and you just stab yourself in the foot right there. We'll have to see if they're able to rebound. I think it's going to be about 2nd and 11.
Yeah, it's just normal down a distance. Just keep running your plays. You have about a few minutes left. No need to panic or do anything different.
Definitely no need to panic, but I know it can definitely deflate you in the huddle. Handoff. More of the same for the Falcons as they give it off, to Naquan Jones.
I'll tell you what, Steve. Naquan Jones gets full speed right away. I'm looking at it, luckily, around the 50-yard line here, and from his first step to when he has first contact, he's just full speed right away.
Very impressive running back. Have to wonder if he's going to take his talents to the next level. While I have a quick moment here, in the fourth quarter, Delsey taking on Kingsway. Delsey up by a score of 20-14. That's a tight one there, Sam.
Yeah. Rancocas Valley needs to bring some pressure here.
Let's see if they can. Baron Davis rolling to his right. Trailing man trying to get some pressure for RV, but not much. But Baron Davis unable to find his intended receiver right there on the 20-yard line marker on the far side of the field.
Yeah, that ball has to be up in the air before that receiver comes out of that route. By the time you get outside the hash and you're trying to throw it downfield, it needs to be delivered right about now. By the time it gets there, he turns and he's able to catch it. Once you get outside the hash marks here and you're coming downfield, it's not a makeable play.
I know I'm preaching to the choir here, Sam, but it's so tough at the high school level, just given the amount of time you have to mesh as a team to really perfect that timing that you need to for those routes to really work to their full effectiveness. You just got to do with what you got at this high school level. But right there, Baron Davis unable to locate his receiver, and that's going to call for a punt from the Falcons.
On another note, Rancocas Valley's defense held right here because they were able to flush him out of the pocket and disrupt the timing. So it all depends which perspective you're looking at here.
That's such an excellent point. Jace Diter, solo man back to return the punt, and we all know Diter has some speed and playmaking ability. Can he make a play here with 2:48 left in the half? Punt is off. Diter. Once again, I believe the RV man, Fitzpatrick, might have touched that right there. Whistle finally blown at an odd time by the official. Why would you wait till the player picks the ball up and starts to run the ball?
That's exactly what I was talking about, Steven. When I said the deep man has to get his players away from the ball. This is exactly what we talked about earlier. That's why I'm a special team snob. As the ball bounces short, you can't return it. He can't see the ball. Don't blame that young man. He's running down trying to block. The deep man needs to get him away. That is not his fault. He can't see the ball when he's running that direction.
You're not wrong, Sam. It's a tough situation for Fitzpatrick to be in there, but it is technically not his fault. He should be directed by his return man to get out of the way.
Correct.
Unfortunate situation, but once again, Burlington Township doing their best to make good on the mistakes of RV. Second turnover recovered by Burlington Township, 2 consecutive drives now.
That's like 3 in a row right there.
Under center is Davis. Offset look in the backfield. They have 3 backs back there, but still Naquan Jones gets the ball, dragged down by 2 RV Red Devils.
Yeah, leading with Chris Jones, who has 36 tackles, and you can see why. He met him right in the hole, and I think he may even lost a yard.
Chris Jones of the Red Devils looking a lot like the Chris Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs there at the defensive line, making plays left and right. 2nd and 11. Same look that they went to on the last play. This time again to Naquan Jones. Naquan Jones with more luck to the right side this time. Gain of about 5 or 6. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Yeah, a little full house backfield. You got 2 blockers up front. You give it to your main man, the ball carrier, and he's able to get 5 yards by himself. You get a little bit of blocking. You might be able to bust it loose. I wouldn't change much. The only thing you can do off of that, I'm sorry, is to have a play action tight end pop pass right here.
I think that's actually the old Tim Tebow
play. I remember that, yeah.
Definitely could catch the defense sleeping there, and I was just going to agree with you, Sam. I don't think they should change anything, and if you ask me, RV shouldn't see the ball again in this half with 1:25 left. Unless they're going to score here on this play, they either got to get enough for a 4th down, think about going for it, or score right here. Do they score right here? Man, it looked like they had an opportunity to. Number 81 was the intended receiver, Nasir Harris.
Oh, they're going to have looks like a pass interference on that. They actually had an open man up top, but I think that was a called play, and he wanted to throw it backside.
Exactly. I think Baron Davis was looking to repeat that last touchdown that he had connected with his man Nasir Harris, but on Nasir Harris's back was Devin Dwana. Thought it could have been a penalty there. We'll see here on the replay if it was justified.
The ball is up in the air a little less than a half an hour. He would have been able to make a play, but yeah, he was on his back.
Have to give it up to Baron Davis, though. He put the ball exactly where it needed to be. That's a big end zone back there. It's not as easy as it looks.
No.
1st and goal upcoming for the Falcons. They're kind of lined up in a huddle towards the close hash.
So right now, RV needs to refocus. They need to forget about that last play, move on to the next play, and get set and make sure they have their assignments. I see him talking to the ref a little bit and arms flailing, this, that, and the other. Hey, that play is over with. You're done. If you want to have success on this drive, you need to get refocused and get ready for the next play.
Yeah, an old slogan of my old defensive coordinator was shed it and forget it. In the memory, you can't have it lurking or else it's going to affect you for the rest of the game. Naquan Jones bullying his way through the offense and defensive line. Naquan Jones with a positive gain there will bring up 2nd and goal.
I'll tell you what, they've stuck with the full house. There's just barreling downfield. Defensive lineman from RV, they would do well to create a pile to have them running side to side because downhill they're not a match right now.
2nd and goal, and the clock is running until the referees blow the whistle. False start on the Falcons will send them back 5 yards. Garrett Lucas on the far side of the field looks to be calling a timeout for the Red Devils, and he's going ballistic right now because he's unaware of why the official is not recognizing his timeout call. Time was continuing to run. There's now 50 or 49 seconds left on the clock, so we'll see there what the exact situation is, but we're going to go to a read from one of our trusted sponsors. Parent Chief Chapels has been part of the greater Mount Holly community for more than 180 years. Community service and participation are both part of their heritage. When you have a need for their services, you can call 609-267-0399, go to their website at parentchief.com, or visit their offices at 438 High Street in Mount Holly. They are there to help honor the memory of your loved one. Parent Chief Chapels, a proud supporter of the student athletes at Rancocas Valley High School. Back to play here, 2nd and goal. Burlington Township getting out of the huddle there a bit quicker than I anticipated them to. Nonetheless, Baron Davis under center, sends a man in motion. Toss left, Naquan Jones. Who else? Naquan Jones finding an alley and paying dividends is Naquan Jones, because Naquan Jones just scored a touchdown for the Falcons.
As we said earlier, unfortunately for RV, that left side of their Township's offensive line has had some advantage. They tossed him out, give him some room. The last thing you want to do is give that young man some room to make a play. I see a hat on a hat. Township doesn't have to be a pancake block, doesn't have to be a demolishing block. Just get a hat on a hat, and that young man will give you all the yards you need.
Confidence, too, is such a big thing as a running back, and he has it in spades right now because on every carry, he's been dominating. He just keeps getting downfield. So on a toss like that, he'll get a little crafty because he's feeling himself right now, finds the alley. Terrific job. They need to continue to feed that man.
I mean, with 3 turnovers in 1 quarter, and you've only given up 1 touchdown because of those turnovers, RV is actually playing pretty good football other than the offense turning the ball over. Defensively, they're playing well. So they can keep that up, and they have a little better ball control. You can keep this a nice, close game. Now, I'm thinking Township should be going for 2 here based on the last kick and the score.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they come out looking like here out of this huddle. Brief stoppage of play, so we'll give some scoring updates. Right now we got Morristown up 14-7 over Oakcrest. Mainland up 19-14 over Hamilton. Delran up 10-6 over Cinnaminson at halftime, and Lenape up 14-0 in the 2nd quarter. We will keep those scores from South Jersey coming to you throughout the game. Once again, my name is Steven Anderson, joined by my broadcast partner Sam Jenkins. We're honored to be on the call tonight for this doozy of a matchup right now between the RV Red Devils and the Burlington Township Falcons.
You wouldn't normally run it here, but I'm giving it to my man to carry the ball on the left-hand side and see what happens.
Burlington Township, Baron Davis rolls out right and finds his man. The only man that he has really been relying on in the passing game tonight is Nasir Harris, and Nasir Harris once again getting the job done.
It's a sign of a team that has some success when you know who has all the stats, who the playmakers are, and yet they continue to do it week in and week out.
Just taking a look at the stats here for Burlington Township, seeing what Nasir Harris had come into the game with. Certainly had some numbers already, as you just alluded to. 23 yards on his longest reception, so obviously showing an ability to get down the field. And I don't even know what he made after the catch there. That's just where he called the ball.
Yeah, he's at before the game started. He had 6 receptions for 127 yards, so he's been involved all year long.
Playmaker. Jameer Rollins and Sean Fitzpatrick look to be going deep for RV. Tell you what, Fitzpatrick had a very nice return the last time. If you're Burlington Township, you're probably looking to keep it out of his hands.
Right.
Because with 42 seconds left in the first half, the last thing you need to do is give RV a chance to score some points and get some momentum.
If they don't squib it here or kick it to their right, if Fitzpatrick gets a chance to run it, if he gets outside these numbers, he might be gone.
Man, one more score I want to allude to real quick is Penn Salkin up 55-0 over Trenton. Hats off to Penn Salkin there, getting the job done, scoring a lot of points. Kick is off, and back into the hands of Sean Fitzpatrick. Let's see how it pays off for the Falcons. Fitzpatrick making a move, and Fitzpatrick, God forbid he wasn't dragged down there, could be standing in the end zone at this very moment, was tackled by number 12, Jordan Barkley.
I'll tell you what, the entire crowd had a gasp. So he looked like he was about to take it down the sideline. We were prophets up here. That's a good open field tackle.
37 seconds left until halftime. What can RV make of that? Kevin Burr and company will be taking the field in just a moment, and they will show us just that.
Yeah, it depends what you have in the playbook. I'm looking at some quarterback runs, some called running plays, maybe some quick passes, but it depends if they get past the 50 or not.
Empty backfield for Burr. 2 receivers to the bottom, 3 receivers to the top. Clearly a passing down. Always has the ability to tuck it and run, and that's what he pretty much looked to do immediately, then thought about passing it once again, but rattled down to the ground by number 41 of the defense after a couple yards on the carry. That was David Schley on the tackle, and a timeout called by RV, which will take us to an ad sponsor. Highway Tire and Auto Service stocks a wide selection of tires for your vehicle. Their passenger tire inventory includes favorites like Goodyear, Kelly, and Dunlop. However, there is more. Highway Tire and Auto Service, family owned and operated for over 50 years, also offers specials on oil changes, alignment, and brake service. Highway Tire and Auto Service, 1661 Route 38 in Mount Holly. Phone them at 609-267-5300 or visit them online at highwaytires.com. Been quite a pleasurable first half, Sam, if I do say so myself. 14-7 the score right now in favor of Burlington Township, but Burlington Township has been given some opportunities by RV that they more or less didn't deserve. RV just making mistakes that they typically don't make. I guess I shouldn't say deserve because they earn them, but RV, if they don't make those mistakes, who knows right now, they could be up.
That's right.
7-0.
And what's lost in all this is actually the defensive effort by RV. It doesn't look that good because it says 14-7, but you have 3 turnovers and you hold a team to just 2 scores. You're doing a good job.
Burr taking the huddle. 3rd and 5. 21 seconds left in the first half. Going to be a 20-minute halftime tonight. A bit longer than usual because it is senior night here at Burlington Township. But folks, stay tuned because second half is sure to be intense. Burr almost looked as if he wanted to give the handoff to Jeremiah Paula there, but Paula just a bit too quick on the mesh point, so Burr had to keep it. Now 4th down.
Yeah, let's run it out and get going to halftime and be lucky that it's only 14-7 because they have the ability to score and make big plays. They just have to overcome their own mistakes.
Halftime it is, Sam. Your score, Burlington Township 14, Rancocas Valley 7. We will be back with the second half in about 15-20 minutes.
Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel. We also offer a huge variety of natural thin veneer stone and custom cut stone. We can help you plan the job, rent the tools, and deliver it all. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the best place to buy natural stone products is at Lippincott Supply, downtown Mount Holly, since 1901.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel. We also offer a huge variety of natural thin veneer stone and custom cut stone. We can help you plan the job, rent the tools, and deliver it all. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the best place to buy natural stone products is at Lippincott Supply, downtown Mount Holly, since 1901.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel. We also offer a huge variety of natural thin veneer stone and custom cut stone. We can help you plan the job, rent the tools, and deliver it all. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the best place to buy natural stone products is at Lippincott Supply, downtown Mount Holly, since 1901.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel. We also offer a huge variety of natural thin veneer stone and custom cut stone. We can help you plan the job, rent the tools, and deliver it all. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the best place to buy natural stone products is at Lippincott Supply, downtown Mount Holly, since 1901.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
T-minus 20 seconds and counting. This is a new and strange environment, suddenly finding yourself in Louisville.
Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel. We also offer a huge variety of natural thin veneer stone and custom cut stone. We can help you plan the job, rent the tools, and deliver it all. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the best place to buy natural stone products is at Lippincott Supply, downtown Mount Holly, since 1901.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
Update your home with the long-lasting beauty of natural stone at the Hard Yard. Lippincott Supply in Mount Holly. We stock boulders, Belgian block, flagstone, stacking stone, and decorative gravel. We also offer a huge variety of natural thin veneer stone and custom cut stone. We can help you plan the job, rent the tools, and deliver it all. Whether you're a homeowner or contractor, the best place to buy natural stone products is at Lippincott Supply, downtown Mount Holly, since 1901.
Back like we never left here from Edward Steinmetz Field at Burlington Township High School. It's the Falcons taking on the Red Devils. Story of the first half, Sam. Naquan Jones toting the rock for the Falcons, unstoppable coming out of the backfield. And for RV, although they are on the board with a touchdown, turnovers killing them right now. They could be up by who knows how many points, but turnovers have certainly been their demise so far.
Yeah, the coaching points are a mystery. I mean, RV has to not turn the ball over, because turn the ball over is not just a drive killer. It also wears your defense out, because they're going to be out much longer than they would be if you were able to sustain a drive. So it's one of the most difficult things a team can overcome. Township, they don't need to get cute. They need to keep giving the ball to Naquan and throwing it up there when possible. They can take some time off the clock, and they'll have a big advantage. RV needs to sustain a drive, not necessarily by play calling, but by ball security.
If you've heard it once, you've heard it a million times. A tale of two halves, and right now the first half script is done with. The second half script to be written right now. It's anyone's ball game. About to be kicked off by number 1, Kristen Bird for the Falcons. Bird awaiting the go-ahead from the official. Bird receiving the okay, and he's going to kick it away. Jameer Rollins got hands on it, but was not able to bring it in, and that ball will go out of bounds at right around the 17-yard line. Just some score updates from around South Jersey. I know we said we'll keep you a brief on those. Timber Creek was up 16-0 over Cherry Hill West in the fourth quarter. Mainland with a huge victory over undefeated Hamilton. Mainland with a 29-14 win. That's a final score. Lenape was up 21-0 at half. Williamstown tied 6-6 at halftime with Washington Township. Delsey, 26-21 win over Kingsway. Cinnaminson up 19-10 over Delran in the third quarter. We'll have more scores coming your way. Right now, 1st and 10 for RV. Burr gives it off to his man right next to him. And that was a very impressive carry to get things started for the Red Devils. Waiting to see who that was on the carry.
Jeremiah Paula.
Jeremiah Paula. They went to him early, kind of got away from him during the middle part of that first half. But Paula, small back, can be shifty.
Yeah, you know, I just want to take a step back to the kickoff return. These are unaccounted for yards. I mean, if that ball was going out of bounds and the receiver didn't touch it, that would have been a penalty, and there would have been a start further downfield. That's the first thing they need to do. But that was a great run by Paula. He was driving his legs and didn't go down on initial contact.
We'll get back to that in just one moment, Sam. But right now, Burr under center for 2nd and 2. And going back to that trusty trap play there to Malachi Castle. Again, a weird angle for us here. Didn't look to me like he gained the first down. But vantage point for the officials is much different. They're going to give him the first down. And just getting back to what you had mentioned with the special team woes, we mentioned so many times during the very long halftime period. It was a 20-minute halftime period. Not typical, and it might have some guys falling asleep or getting cold, and Jameer Rollins right there might have still been just trying to get back into the groove of things.
Yeah, you know, there's a basic rule. If you're running towards the sideline and your numbers are facing the sideline, you let the ball go out. If you can get over there and turn your numbers perpendicular to the sideline, you can catch it, and then you'll make a play on the ball.
Jeremiah Paula with another get there from the running back position, and nearly got his head ripped off. Lucky that he did not get decapitated there, obviously speaking tongue-in-cheek, but very risky play there for Paula.
Yeah, so what did Township do at halftime? They said, all right, we're going to address the trap, and we're going to address any kind of runs to our left. So they're able to make 2 plays on that. Now, play action is going to be there if they're going to play the run that tough. Safety is about a mile back, so you have a pop pass right behind the linebackers.
A lot of room to work in the middle of the field there for Burr and company. Burr gets the snap. Another give to Jeremiah Paula. Jeremiah Paula finds room. Jeremiah Paula, gain of about 7 there, will bring up 3rd and 4.
I tell you what, I like the way he's running the ball. I mean, he's running to a crowd of people, and he's high-stepping, and he's trying to get every yard he can get. That kind of effort alone can keep a drive going.
Credit Jeremiah Paula with a few extra yards. Thought it was going to be about 3rd and 4, going to be 3rd and 2.
That's just all effort. That's just want to.
Burr, offset back to his right. Malachi Castle at the wing. Jeremiah Paula gets the handoff. Jeremiah Paula working off the left side. Nearly staggered by a man. In fact, he was staggered, but able to keep his feet for just a few more yards, crossing the 50, and the ball placed at the 45-yard line of the Red Devils.
I'll tell you what a great job. He was able to switch the ball with his outside hand. Once getting right here, he's able to turn the corner. And I tell you, this young man, they must have changed his battery at halftime. He's coming out ready to play. Look at the blocking downfield. That's what it takes, a team effort. When you're not sitting there watching the play, but you want to make the play better by blocking the defenders downfield, that's a recipe for success.
It's that extra effort that turns small plays into big plays and big plays into touchdowns. RV chipping away at the block. Jeremiah Paula just reaching to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Jeremiah Paula has really been the go-to guy on this drive for RV. Now finally being subbed out of the game, they're bringing in Montre Wilson. First we're hearing from Montre Wilson tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Dominic Carter from Township did a great job of blowing that play up at the line of scrimmage. Those are the things you don't want to do. This is why he has 28 tackles already this year. He was able to submarine the blocker and was able to make a play in the backfield. Good job.
You know, one word they use at linebacker is scrape, and scraping down the line is a very important job to do because it keeps you in line with the ball carrier, and he scraped right there, right into the hole. Hand off to Montre Wilson, and Montre Wilson, with his first carry of the night, goes for positive yards.
Now, with the slew of running backs that RV has, they each have a different set of skills. Montre Wilson is one of the shiftier backs that they have. He's going to make a hole. He's going to make you miss. You're not going to have him. You're not going to get a good shot on him. It's just not going to happen. You have Paula, who runs downhill, and you have a couple other ones that get some yards. So, they unlike Township, who gives just the one back all the time, which is okay too, they have a chance to keep fresh legs in there, and they should be able to keep driving downfield.
Yeah, sort of like a fine sports car. They're shifting gears on you, and they keep things going fast, then they'll slow it down a little bit with Malachi Castle, and then obviously with Paula back in the game looking to speed things up. Montre Wilson could certainly do that himself. Burr this time lowering his shoulder. Not something you typically see from Burr, but you got to love that out of your quarterback if you're RV.
I tell you what, I mean, they're coming out with a new attitude here. You have a quarterback that's running over a defender. That's a plus. He's carried the ball 25 times for 116 yards before this game started, so he's not shy when it comes to running the ball. He's a big enough character to run somebody over. So I like what they're doing right now.
Definitely not shy either, but not always. He's shifty, but he's never really showed a complete willingness to lower his shoulder like an actual running back and run like that, so that's awesome. Getting out of the pocket is one thing. Lowering your shoulder is a completely different ballgame. Hand off to Jeremiah Paula, and Paula down at the 30-yard line. Paula continuing to work well inside, sort of like a Darren Sproles type. Just almost too tough for the defenders to even see working behind that bigger offensive line.
Yeah, and they found something on the right-hand side. I mean, all you have to do is get one mismatch, okay? And the other defenders, they can make plays, but it's going to be 3 to 5 yards downfield. You stay ahead of the sticks, keep the drive going. So it looks like they found something on the right-hand side, and then it looks like they get the corner on outside on the left.
RV as a team, only one loss on the season, and that loss coming to Timber Creek. They played Timber Creek fairly tough. Timber Creek, obviously, top team in South Jersey. But as a 3-1 team, this is exactly how you want to start the second half. An emphatic drive on offense. This time handed off to Jeremiah Paula. More of the same coming from RV. Jeremiah Paula getting a heavy dose of carries here.
It says something different when you're able to drive the ball downfield, running the ball right in the middle of the defense versus a big play on the outside or reverse or double pass. You can sustain a drive. You're telling the opposing team, we're not scared of you, and we're going to be able to run over you all night long. It sends a totally different message.
Yeah, let me know if you disagree with me, Sam, but with 5:25 and running left on the clock, RV might be able to chip away at 3/4 of the time in this third quarter. Forget about that. Malachi Castle untouched on the trap play to the end zone. Malachi Castle showing off his goods.
Steven, I disagree with you because the fullback just ran for 30-plus yards. No, that was a nice trap, and they were going to keep hitting the holes. You see 50 come through their trap. He snuggles up right behind them. Look, all three receivers, excuse me, all three receivers are downfield blocking.
Unreal play there. No worries, Sam. I would have done the same because that was wild there from Malachi Castle. Really thought that if they were able to bring him down, they would have been able to chip away at that clock, but take them when you can get them. And that's what RV is going to do. Jamison Hollander kick off the leg of Hollander. A late call from the officials, but finally declared to have gone through the uprights. And folks, we're all tied up here at 14. It's a brand new ball game with 5:10 left in the third quarter. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle? Miller Ford has a great selection to complement any lifestyle or budget. Plus, not just any car can be certified pre-owned Ford. Only the best cared for vehicles are chosen and then backed with Ford factory coverage, a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty, special financing, a clean Carfax report, and 24-hour roadside assistance. Find an affordable, reliable, and certified Miller Ford today. Miller makes it better. Route 38 Mount Holly and 24/7 at millerford.com.
Some confusion on the field as we return here. South Jersey Sports Talk. It's the Burlington Township Falcons hosting the Rancocas Valley Red Devils. My name is Steven Anderson, joined by my broadcast partner, Sam Jenkins. And if you're just joining us, the RV Red Devils just tied things up at 14 with a Malachi Castle touchdown from the fullback position. Went completely untouched and waltzed his way into the end zone for 6.
He did a great job of reading the block. He did a great job of getting downfield, but more importantly, it was an emphatic score by Rancocas Valley to get back in this game. I mean, it could have happened on a deep pass or a slip screen, but they said, no, we're just going to run it down your throat and score and tie the game up. Now, Burlington Township needs to come right back with more of what they're doing and try and get another score.
Kick off the leg of Hollander. Now Hollander, the last man that the carrier needs to beat. He beat him. RV Red Devils catching up. 20, DeAndre Simmons, like lightning in a bottle for the Falcons of Burlington Township, and DeAndre Simmons giving the Falcons great field position on this drive.
You said it earlier, Steven. Simmons is a big play receiver with only 5 receptions and over 150 yards. He's also a big-time threat of special teams. I mean, he had about 3 moves on the kicker coming down.
I was just going to say, he shook Hollander right out of his boots. 3 little shimmies, and he was out of there. Credit to the guys that were trailing Hollander, not giving up on the play, because DeAndre Simmons could have easily scored there had they not given that effort on the play.
Yeah, he's the one more move, he would have shook him back into the boots, but a good return.
Tough one there for Hollander. Handoff to the right side. Naquan Jones. Naquan Jones was the offense in the first half for Burlington Township. No other way to put it, I guess, for the exception of receiver number 81, Nasir Harris, who did have a touchdown grab and a 2-point conversion grab of his own.
Now, it's not the same reason, but I got to tell you, if you're Rancocas Valley's defense, you get put in these bad positions all second quarter. Now, you start the second half with a big return. I mean, you're not giving yourself a chance to stop them, but they've risen to the occasion so far. That's why it's a tied game.
Davis under center. Toss left. Jones finding room. He scored on a toss earlier. Really barreling his way down to the goal line there. Stealing yards from the RV defense and just continuing to take the heart out of the Red Devils defense is Naquan Jones.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to take a chance and just send everybody on the ball carrier if he's going to be killing you like that. Now, they did a good job of turning it back inside, but, you know, you don't want to ask too much of a player and have not make the play, but sometimes you just can't turn it off inside. You need to get off that block and make a tackle because he still had a seam. You could hit it back inside, bounce it back out, and drive downhill. So that's exactly what happened. This ball carrier is tough today, and the RV needs to dedicate at least 2 guys directly on him.
Yeah, and Sam, you certainly know something about carrying the rock as a former running back yourself. You have to be loving what you're seeing from Naquan Jones as he crosses the goal line for a Burlington Township touchdown. I know RV just knotted things up at 14, but folks, if you blinked, it is now 20-14 Burlington Township.
That's the way to run the ball. I mean, good football is good football. I mean, they went back to the power eye. He hit it up in there, a little bit of arm tackling. I said, well, you can arm tackle this, and took it to the back of the end zone.
Jones is like Burger King, having it his way tonight.
Nice.
Kristen Bird now for the point after attempt. Was not lucky on his first attempt. Can he rewrite his statistics? Oh, much better attempt this time from the leg of Kristen Bird. Zero question about it. Now 21-14 is your score. Burlington Township with the lead.
All right, they made a little bit of technical error there. If you're going to block a PAT or a field goal, you can't come from both sides because you're going to run into each other. So they need to clean that up and make sure they come from one side.
Some special team woes taking place on both sides of the ball, but let's get to an ad read from one of our trusted sponsors. GW Lippincott Supply was established in 1901, and since then, the building supply business has evolved to meet the changing demands of local builders and homeowners. For 4 generations of family ownership, the core of the company's services has been natural stone, brick, and other masonry products. New services like tool rentals, their on-site metered concrete mixer, and custom stone cutting have been added in recent years to help with small and medium-sized projects. Today, the company's 15 employees and fleet of 8 trucks work 6 days a week to serve the needs of builders, landscapers, and homeowners. GW Lippincott Supply, 63 Washington Street in Mount Holly. Phone them at 609-200-5050. And Sam, back to the game. Don't know really what else to say other than number 20, Naquan Jones. He's the recipe to success right now for Burlington Township.
If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Kristen Bird to kick it off. Bird being directed by his teammate George Sackey, the old up man. Right to the hands of Jameer Rollins, and again, unable to haul it in. Becoming a problem now for Jameer Rollins. Rollins brought down at the 11-yard line. Just not what you need right now if you're Rancocas Valley. Those type of plays, although he was able to bring it in, they just stymie you momentum-wise, feeling like it's just not a good, look right now for RV. They really need to turn the tide on this drive.
You know, it's one of those things everyone knows, but I don't know if they completely understand when they say special teams is a third of the game. Well, it really is a third of the game. And this right now, it's killing RV, and Township's taking advantage of it, so kudos to them. But if your offense is turning the ball over, your special teams are causing poor coverage and even poor returns, it's going to be a tough road to hoe.
RV back on offense. 3:21 left in the third quarter. Your score is 21-14 in favor of the Falcons. Kept by Burr. Burr once again lowering his shoulder. I wonder if Burr's starting to believe he might have to put it on himself to get his team back in this game.
And that's the thing. He can put it on himself, and what we haven't seen yet is a talent he has, because he has a cannon for an arm, and he can actually put it out there when he wants to. So that's another facet that they can use in the second half.
Injury on the field, which will take us to an ad read from one of our sponsors. Let me take a moment to talk about the Mount Holly Bill Gordon Pro Day. It was an absolute fabulous event that took place on the 20th at Deerwood Country Club. We had former RV greats like Franco Harris playing some golf. Couldn't have asked for a better day, turnout-wise, weather-wise. Hats off to Carmen Sella, who's been running the event for what feels like forever now, and Carmen Sella just does an absolute fabulous job of hosting Bill Gordon Mount Holly Pro Day. So hats off, and hopefully we're seeing one next year. Been around since 1998. Not much more I can say, but Bill Gordon Mount Holly Pro Day is just a fabulous event.
It is. I was lucky enough to play in a couple of them, and it's a great event. And Stella and those guys, they do a great job, and it's for a good cause, and they honor somebody from New Jersey that made it into the pros. So all around a good time.
Quick update on some scores as RV takes the field. Injury timeout is over. Lenape up in a big way. Highland 56-0 over Absegami. Penn-Salkin 63-0 over Trenton. So some high scores taking place. Delsey 26-21 over the former champs in Kingsway. Burr gets the snap. Jet sweep to Diter. Diter has room, gets the edge. Diter. Very impressive carry there from Diter. Hopefully that can spark some change in the RV offense.
That was a great job. He had that jet sweep. Looked like he was running the first half of a 200-meter race out there turning the corner, but he put his head down. Timing's a little off. It's a little late here, but I'll tell you what, when he got the ball, he's turning the corner, and he did not let himself get caught, picked up the first down. That's good effort, and that's what I'm seeing from RV. No matter all the errors and stuff we're talking about, I love the effort that they're putting out.
I had trouble gathering a number there on the far side receiver, but he did a great job of sealing his man so Diter could get outside to the edge. Snap to Burr. Hand it off. You guessed it, Jeremiah Paula on the carry. And Paula with a gain of about 3.
And that's the thing I'm noticing. I mean, I saw the first couple of games this year, and I was able to watch them for the next 2, but the growth and the team effort that I'm seeing from Rancocas Valley is a good thing to see. It's positive. Now, execution-wise, they're going to have to do more to stop my man. Oh, my goodness, I forgot his name.
Quan Jones.
Quan Jones. How can I forget that, being a running back, right? They're going to have to do more to stop him. Maybe take the safety out, put another person in the box. But overall, competitive.
2nd and 7. Offset back to Burr's left. Burr gets the snap, rolls left. Being pressured, but also protected by his offensive lineman. A weird situation there, but Burr finally decided to tuck it for a minimal gain. And just getting back to what you touched on right there, talking about growth on RV's side of things, talking in a long-term sense, too. This is the first year under Coach Garrett Lucas, and just to see that his team has evolved throughout the season is not only a great sign for this year, but for years to come. All those young kids that are coming up through the ranks in the Rancocas Valley area see such a promising program to come play for, and it's only going to make them better as the years go.
Yeah, you're going to see the meter shift. You know, it's more on Lucas right now, pushing the effort, pushing the goals that they want to reach. But once it filters down to the players, it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. They're going to keep themselves accountable to each other, and that's going to be a good thing.
Like Alabama, although Saban is there, the program runs itself at this point.
Exactly. That's autopilot. Come on, man. I saw they had down to the 5th-string running back who's All-American 3 times, you know. So
it's a wild situation over there. Alvin Camaro, just to quickly sidebar, was a 4th-string running back at Alabama. Turns out he's one of the best running backs in the NFL. But back to the game. Burr looking over to the sideline for what will be a 4th down play here. 4th and 1, a huge play for RV here with 14 seconds, now 13 seconds left in the third quarter. You got to imagine they're going to let the time run here and take things to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you got two options. You got no play timeout. Hopefully you get Township to jump. Or you just quarterback sneak Burr. I mean, he's big, strong. I mean, you should be able to get 1 yard.
Yeah, I think those fists are going to go up in the air, Sam, to declare the fourth quarter has arrived. 21-14. It has been a treat of a ball game so far. Burlington Township has the slight edge. Now the team's taking to their sidelines. And while we have a brief moment, let's go to an ad read. Parent Chief Chapels has been part of the greater Mount Holly community for more than 180 years. Community service and participation are both part of their heritage. When you have a need for their services, you can call 609-267-0399, go to their website at parentchief.com, or visit their offices at 438 High Street in Mount Holly. They are there to help honor the memory of your loved one. Parent Chief Chapels, a proud supporter of the Rancocas Valley High School football team for years.
It's funny when you do anything for a long time. You make a lot of professional friends and personal friends, and I've been coaching for a couple of decades now, and everyone sees what I'm looking at. I mean, my old offensive coordinator is telling me that they are set up for the play action pass after they get this first down here.
4th and 1, and the handoff goes to Malachi Castle. Clearly gets enough for a first down. The chains will move.
And so they're gonna keep running, and they keep that free safety out of the field. That tight end gets right behind them. It's going to be a big play because they've done that before. It's not anything new. So it should be interesting to see when they pull that out of the hat.
And you pointed it out earlier. Kevin Burr has the ability to move the ball downfield with his arm. They've gotten away from it in a big way. He wasn't really able to complete some passes early, even on that slip screen. Jameer Rollins unable to come up with it. And I wonder if that's maybe why they've gone away from it. But now you've lulled them to sleep on the run so much, it's time for him to sling it. Maybe not. Every time I speak, something of the opposite ilk happens. But hey, maybe that's RV telling me to keep going with it. Jeremiah Paula, first down carry.
No. They found something in the scheme up front, and they're going to keep running that. But you're right. They're going to have to do a play action. Maybe after they, for their sake, tie it up. But Township's going to have to either buckle down on the defensive line right here.
Chains move. Burr gets the snap. Hands off to Jeremiah Paula. Paula shifty in the hole, making multiple guys miss. Paula has 2 guys to beat and mows one of them over. Jeremiah Paula putting on a running back clinic right now, trying to give Naquan Jones a run for his money.
Well, he has some ability here, but I want you to look at this sideways. I want you to look at this sideways cut right here because there's a juke and then there's a cut. And as he gets through the line, he follows his lineman and he cuts right there outside and leaves the man grasping for air. Okay, and that's a great job. He has a set of skills that's positive.
Tell you what, Sam, big players make big plays in the fourth quarter, and although some of Jeremiah Paula's plays have taken place in the third quarter, he's stepping up in a big way right now as well.
Now, Township did a good job of disrupting it. What do you have to do to stop that quick trap? You just get in there, get behind the trapper, and create a pile.
A loss on that carry by Malachi Castle. 2nd and 11 now for RV. Maybe if you're RV, you look to go right back to Jeremiah Paula here to speed things back up. I'm not sure if I necessarily would have gone with the Castle up the middle after Jeremiah Paula's been having so much success, but you got to vary things up.
Yeah, well, you're supposed to have a fake to one side or the other, hopefully pulling a linebacker that way. You should be able to trap right behind him and the D-tackle. But I will take Paul on the outside here, give him some open space, make him juke and cut somebody right into the end zone.
Something they say at the NFL level certainly doesn't apply here, but those guys get paid too. They got a job to do as well.
Right.
Burr lets one float. Really thought he might have had one there in the center of the end zone, but unable to come down with it was his receiver, number 8, Kadir Linson.
Yeah, it looks like our broadcast is getting down to the sideline because here's the play action we've been asking for. And he wants to bend that route back like a banana, all right? He's kind of straight. If he bends it to his left, the defender can't do anything but be on his back. If you keep it straight, he's able to disrupt the play. So that's just a minor detail that bend it about 2 or 3 yards towards the other goalpost. And he'd either have a reception or a touchdown.
My first reaction, sorry to interrupt you there, Sam, but my first reaction to seeing that play was eerily similar to the ball that Baron Davis connected on his receiver with. That was number 81, Nasir Harris, right in that same location, obviously opposite side of the field, but I thought RV was going to duplicate it. 3rd and 11 now.
That's a good call.
Offset back to Burr's left. Burr, jet sweep to Diter. They had success last time they pulled this out. Diter breaking multiple tackles. Diter brought down by a shoestring. Tackle made by number 34, Dominic Carter. And Carter now with a couple big tackles, timely tackles for this Falcons defense.
I'll tell you what, again, I don't want to sound like I'm beating
a broken record, but hey.
Carter with 28 tackles and Diter with this extra effort. What I'm seeing here, good effort brings good things. You just keep working, keep working.
Another huge play here for the RV Red Devils offense. It's 4th down and 7. Far way to go in this part of the field right now for RV. They're so close to the end zone. They can sniff it. They're down by 7.
Big play. I don't think they have all the confidence in the world in their kicker, and they can get a first and not get a touchdown. So
almost just tried to say 6 and 7 at the same exact time, but they are down by 7 points here is RV. Burr floats one. Jameer Rollins batted it to himself in hopes to have a second chance at it, but that ball went out of bounds. Jameer Rollins on the ground, unhappy. RV turnover on downs.
Oh, man, for the life of me, I thought they were going to come out here to the 3 wide receivers and have a run-pass option to get the first, but they went away from the trips and hoping their top receivers are going to make a big play.
Possession will flip here. Baron Davis and company coming back out on the field for the Falcons. Still plenty of time left in the 4th quarter here. 8:26. Falcons have a long way to go if they want to score some more points. Let's see if the Red Devils defense can make a stop. Give right up the middle of the field to Naquan Jones. Naquan Jones burying his way for a gain of 5.
So this is the beauty of football. When the cat's out of the bag, there's no secret what Township's going to do. There's no secret what Rancocas Valley needs to do to stop them. Now it's going to say who's going to show up and who's going to make plays.
You got that exactly right, Sam. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 4 to be exact. Naquan Jones dragging half of the RV defense with him, and he just refuses to go down right now. This Jones putting on a show right now is number 28, Naquan Jones.
I don't care what team you're rooting for. You have to be impressed by that. I mean, like I said, good football is good football. And that young man's like, I'm going to win this game. Put it on my back, guys. Come with me.
As a lineman of his, you got to just be basking in the fact that your running back is having so much success too, because that's a credit to you and your efforts, because they're opening up the holes up there are those 5 guys.
Yeah, you don't want to be the lineman looking around when we watch the film and when he's still running. So they're going to block a little bit longer on each play here.
Coming up on the 7-minute mark, Naquan Jones finally faced with some pressure by the Red Devils defense. They push Naquan Jones back here. Could be exactly what the defense needs for RV.
That should be the whole focus. All 7 men up front should be focusing on him and the double team the wide receiver, and that's where you go. You make them beat you with the 3rd player. You don't make them beat you with the top 2 players.
Yeah, you eliminate what they have success with. That's ultimately what a game plan is coming into a game. A coach stands in front of the room and he says, guys, we can't let so-and-so and so-and-so beat us, or else we stand no chance.
There you go.
2nd and 10. Baron Davis to Naquan Jones. The recipe is simple. A little bit of number 10 and a lot of bit of number 28. And they're sticking with it right now is Burlington Township.
Now, the casual fan may not see this as so exciting, but it's great to see when the mystery's out and you just got to play football. Now, Township would do well to go on 2 here. because the Rancocas Falcons going to be ramped up to stop them, so maybe they'll jump off sides. RV will do well to hold the water, and they don't jump, and just call your man out when it's a case of a play action pass. So all the different teaching notes are there.
I know we've talked about him a lot tonight, but Chris Jones, if you're him, you got to be dictating to your defensive line, hold your water, watch that ball. We cannot have mental mistakes here on 3rd and 8. Davis under center, sending a man in motion. Toss to the near side of the screen to Naquan Jones, and Naquan Jones brought down by the Red Devils defense.
I mean, that's what should have happened. That should have been the play call. That should have been the defense. And if the players from Township were able to beat RVs to the first down, then kudos to them. If RV's able to stop them, good for them. That was good football right there.
In on the tackle right there, as you'll see.
You see the invert man coming up here, inside shoulder, outside shoulder is free, cuts it back to the straight backer that you mentioned earlier, and everybody rallies to the ball. And I like to see somebody try and pull the ball out, but they still stopped him. Good job.
Absolutely, Sam. Chris Jones, our guy, right in there on the play. Sticking his nose into everybody's business tonight is Jones. And now the Falcons will have to punt. Keep your eyes open if you're RV, though. RV elected to run a fake punt earlier in the game. Let's see if Burlington Township has the moxie to do the same.
Oh, my God. That would be called the century right there.
Got some scoring updates that we will roll to right after this play goes underway.
Okay, lesson learned. He at least pointed out the ball, pointed to his man to get him out of the way, but emphatically he should be waving his arms back and forth.
Much more of an improvement there, Sam, but Is it too little too late now with 4 minutes left in the game? RV with some decent distance to travel here. Ball going to be placed at the 41-yard line.
So, devil's advocate, if RV's able to score a touchdown, they're on the road, do you go for 2? There's the question.
I'm thinking right now I would say no, because you're on the road. You're in a game right now that because of the turnovers you've given Burlington Township, you don't necessarily even deserve to be down by 7 right now. Things could be a lot worse. So I would take, if you do score a touchdown, take the easy points off the leg of Jamison Hollander and live to fight another down.
I'm putting this out there as an informal poll on my ex-coaches I used to coach with. Give me a text right now, and I'll let you know the result in 2 minutes.
Burr, fake the handoff to Castle. Finally giving it off to Jeremiah Paula, and Paula breaking an initial tackle. Should have enough for a first down.
It's a nice run.
It was a very nice run. I'm waiting to see where the officials spot it, and they do spot him just shy. 2nd and 1. So close. That's why they call it a game of inches, Sam.
That's right. All right.
Back on the line here. Dieter, bottom of the screen. Rollins to the top. Burr fakes the handoff. Takes it up the middle on his own. This time getting the first down and calling for a face mask is Kevin Burr.
Yeah, that's a good job, and they're using their success with Jeremiah Paula to their advantage. Burr's a big kid. He can get a couple yards. The most important thing in that play was to get the first down. Now you start all over.
I know this term has changed a lot over the last couple of years, but goading used to mean taking somebody and making them do something you don't want them to do. They goaded the defense to follow Jeremiah Paula there, and Burr had room to run.
Absolutely.
Paula this time with nothing going. Stopped in his tracks by the defensive end for the Falcons. Tremendous play there.
Yeah, he ran into his offensive lineman, and the timing was off on the play, and the defensive end did a great job of taking advantage of that.
It was actually Naquan Jones on the tackle. Was waiting to get a number on the tackler. Getting up off the ground was number 28, Naquan Jones. And we haven't heard much from him on defense. Certainly player of the game for Burlington Township on offense. But here, watch Naquan Jones blow this play up.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if he's done enough today. But
right? Has he earned his keep?
I don't know. Well, I think Township's
is he walking home
keep
after
around a
the
little bit out. Yeah, he might get ice cream.
No, Naquan Jones has played a tremendous ball game here tonight. One of the leaders for Burlington Township right now as they hold a 7-point lead over the RV Red Devils for the final time. I was about to say for the final time, RV has called their timeout in this second half, but I believe they may have one more, so I'm not going to jump to conclusions just yet. Waiting to get a determination on that. Burr looking left this time, now scrambling to his right. Getting one off into the flat to his running back, Jaimir Paula.
Tell you what, he had great protection downfield, but that means there's just as good coverage, and Jeremiah Paula is never bad to give the ball to Jeremiah Paula in the open field. I mean, he has, he did have a underneath pattern right there. There's nothing wrong with giving it to Paula in the open field. You never know. You make somebody miss, get downfield, have a new set of downs, try and get to the end zone.
Yeah, Paula, just the outlet right there for Burr, or else Burr was going to take a sack. And in this situation, you can't have that if you're Burr. 2 minutes exactly in the fourth quarter. Paula offset to Burr's right. Burr looking. Burr firing, and Burr nearly intercepted. He's lucky that one fell out of the hands of the defender, or else Burlington Township would have a new set of downs.
Yeah, that's the thing is, Burr has an arm, and there's times like that when he underthrows it that causes problems. Now he has the guy over here. If he steps into it and delivers it, oh my goodness, he at least would have had a 20-25 yard gain.
Maybe just trying to force it a little bit too much there as Burr at a very pivotal moment in the game, obviously with 1:50 left in the fourth quarter, just trying to make some plays for his team, but maybe trying a bit too hard there was Burr.
Well, he's trying to aim it, all right, instead of stepping and throwing it and delivering the ball. He's trying to aim it and make a perfect pass, and you know what? You don't need to make a perfect pass in high school. Just get over there, and it's tough for the defender to make a play on that ball.
Anything is possible, but this could be the play of the game right now for either team. Burr continuing to drop back, dumping it off to Jeremiah Paula. Paula with room, starting to stumble, but he did get the first down, did Jeremiah Paula.
So as promised, the results of our poll, consensus says RV, if they're able to score a touchdown, they should go for one.
Thought you were going to drop a bomb on me there.
Nah, man.
I mean, hey, either way, I think they're entitled to make their own decision, but I personally would go for the one. But they still got a decent amount of ground to cover here if they want to get in the end zone.
Because, over time, they haven't really been stopped on offense other than stopping themselves. So, I see the point there. If they were struggling on offense and only had a big play on special teams or somewhere else, that's one thing. But you certainly try and get the extra point tied up and let your offense, which hasn't been stopped, continue to score.
That flag getting waved off, you do not see that a lot. But a prayer answered right there for RV. Thought that might have been a holding call against RV. First down with 1:29 and rolling.
Right.
Empty backfield.
I'm thinking quarterback draw here.
Burr does like to tuck it and run, usually to the outside, this time letting a pass go. That ball at the very end was fumbled, but fumbled out of bounds. Ref declaring that the clock should continue to roll. Things continuing to move for RV.
Yeah, they have it at least until they reset the sticks. Now they're going to start it. There you go.
1:05 left. Can RV answer?
There's enough time, but they need to pick the pace up a little bit to get an extra play.
RV not moving with the largest sense of urgency right now. First and 10. Burr faking the handoff to Jeremiah Paula.
I think they broke the huddle with 12 people. They
got away with one there, yeah. I believe. And actually, that running back on the play was Montre Wilson, giving Paula a breath there. And now, timeout by RV. I'm glad I didn't jump to conclusions earlier because they did have another timeout left in their pocket.
Well, it says one left. I will see.
I'm wildly confused on that. I could have sworn they had already called 2. Nonetheless,
We'll find out, right?
42 seconds left in the game. 2nd and 4 upcoming.
Well, we're not the only ones having the timeout conversation.
Yeah,
there,
that was
it was not you.
bit of
so.
confusion there on the timeout situation. 1 left for RV, though. Handoff up the middle. Jeremiah Paula back in the game. .30 seconds left. RV getting right back on the line. Hand off to Paula. Paula continuing the fight.
All right, they should call their last timeout if they have one.
Jeremiah Paula, and they do indeed. They call that last timeout. They did have it. Forgive us for the confusion there, folks. RV did have one last timeout left. Coach Garrett Lucas just called it with 14 seconds left in this game. RV down by 7 points.
Now it looks to be 2nd and 2, meaning they can get a first down, which stops the clock without getting a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm just racking my brain right now for all the possibilities, thinking about how many more plays RV could possibly get off here. What would you say the max amount of plays they could get off here would be, Sam?
3 quick passes or a pass on the run or maybe a run or 2 without timeout. So,
depends how they end up divvying it up.
So high school level, probably 2 plays.
12 seconds on the clock. 2 less seconds than we thought RV had to work with. Burr rolling right. Will he keep it? Burr. Out of the reach of his receiver, Jamir Rollins. 7 seconds left. Tough one there.
Yeah, they could have used the Philly there. The entire Township defense over here is even to watch everyone flow this direction.
That backside was nice and open.
He would love to run that one, but everybody can call it after the play.
Tough there, too, because you're thinking Burr rolling to his right, trying to find a receiver, and Rollins right there on the pylon. He just needed to get that to the outside there. Unfortunately, throwing it inside. Lucky it wasn't intercepted, honestly.
Right. You just throw it to the outside, like Collins' body shield the defender, and you just let him go down and catch it.
3rd and 2.
So more than likely, this would be the last play unless they have something super, super quick.
Fans getting up here at Burlington Township High School. Burr with a rip, but Dieter not able to catch the ball.
Right call.
And Burlington Township is taking the field in celebration. Not sure, though, if this game is officially over. It very well could be, but in my eyes, there was some time left on the clock there, Sam.
I don't know if that's a 5-second play, but, it's what it is. But I think it was the right call, a good delivery. You could put some heat on it. And
kind of fitting for the game in its entirety the last couple minutes. There was some confusion with timeouts. There was some confusion here with time left on the clock.
Right.
But it seems as if the referees agree this game is over. Your final score is 21-14 in favor of Burlington Township.
Yeah, they certainly called that play expecting to have another play there. But, more importantly than that, they expected to hit him right in the breadbasket and get in the end zone. I mean, that's an exciting game.
It was a very exciting game, and for me personally, I'm drawing it up to one thing in total, and that's Naquan Jones. Naquan Jones had an absolute baller of a game from the running back position, made a big play on 3rd down on defense when he was called upon, but Naquan Jones is the reason, in my opinion, why Burlington Township is victorious tonight.
And other people would say, in addition to Naquan Jones, maybe 3 turnovers in one quarter is a big deal too, plus on down. So you have a number of reasons why Rancocas Valley, we could say we could have done much better in this game and maybe even come away with a win. But you know what? You have to execute and you have to live with the mistakes and all the good plays you make.
No doubt about it. The tape will tell the tale on Monday.
Yes.
But ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us here from Burlington Township High School. My name is Steven Anderson, joined by my broadcast partner. And folks, it was an absolute pleasure to be on the call tonight for South Jersey Sports Talk. Sam, you have anything left to say as we roll off here?
I'm telling you what, if I keep watching these games, the excitement is just it's just fantastic. I mean, it blows by. I feel like we just sat down and started the game. I'll tell you what, both teams have something to be proud about. RV has chances that they wish they can have back, but I got to give it to Township because they did a good job tonight of scoring when they had to, and it doesn't hurt to have an all-star running back, if I say so myself. And they keep rolling with him, they'll do well.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Steven Anderson and Sam Jenkins on South Jersey Sports Talk. Please tune in next time. We'll see you later.